This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Well, there goes the studio. Hey y'all, it's me, Bussy XCX, and welcome back to Hot or Hot. And today we'll be covering Yvie oddly calling out Trixie, Mattel, and Violet Chachki for their opinions on hairy drag, and then discuss the implications of this season's interesting casting choices and airing schedule. Because with country-specific all-star seasons, an international one on the horizon, and multiple different Versus the World spin-offs, when is enough enough? And now, first up, the drama. So several weeks ago, in All Stars 9, Episode 2 Pit Stop episode featuring Trixie Mattel and Violet Chachki went a little bit viral because they shared some choice opinions on hairy drag, which of course sparked a lot of discussion about what drag can and can't be in the fan base, but we didn't see a major queen call them out until this week, where we saw Yvie oddly post this to her Instagram.
Ever since that video of Trixie and Violet from the pit stop went viral, people have re-sparked the debate about the validity of mustache drag, and there's been somebody commenting under every single thing I do, telling me that my mustache is ugly, and that I'm lazy, that I need to sacrifice something for drag. I was always under the impression that drag is about expressing an idea, an identity that feels authentic to you in a playful way.
And firstly, I'll say I think it's totally okay that different styles of drag queens have certain opinions about other styles of drag queens. Those opinions are just that, opinions. And on one hand, I can understand why Trixie and Violet are saying what they're saying. I personally avoided doing drag for quite a while because I did not want to shave my mustache. Girl, there it is. I'll admit it. I didn't want to shave it, but I finally did. I finally did it. I was brave and bold and stood up in front of that mirror and shaved it off. But I didn't have to shave it off to do drag again. It's just what I wanted to do. And there are plenty of queens who make facial hair a part of their regular drag persona, which I think when done right can be so fierce. There are queens like Lucy Stool, Mad at Madness from Drag Race Holland, and even Yvie Oddly, Mo Hart, and Sasha Bell, now Frisbee Jenkins, who all regularly incorporate facial hair into their drag. And I'll also point out, incorporating facial hair into a drag face can take just as much talent and finesse as it does to finesse a hyper feminine face or super crazy featured face like Trixie's. And I not only support queens who rock facial hair, but think it looks pretty cool when, again, it's done well and incorporated into the artistic expression of their drag. And so I think Yvie is totally right to call these two out for essentially telling bearded queens to just shave their facial hair off and rejecting that type of drag is fine. Because drag is at the end of the day artistic and gender expression, whether that's the extreme hyper feminine expression, like Violet's, or a rejection of gender completely, which is also great. But of course, I'd love to know what y'all are thinking about this in the comments below. What do you think of facial hair in drag, whether it be mustaches, beards, or I don't know, nose hair? Imagine in my next drag face, I paint a fierce nostril hair. Honestly, that might kind of work. Okay, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Now, on to Kahena's Drag Race Versus the World Season 2, where we will go through the queens and their promo looks in the order they appeared in the Meet the Queens video. First up, bam! It's Alexis Mateo, who comes to Kahena's Drag Race Versus the World Season 2 with 3 seasons of Drag Race on her resume. Season 3, where she won, by the way, 3 comedy-based acting-related challenges: Queens in Space, the fitness video, and the patriotic campaign video. All Stars 1, where she has a win for Snatch Game, and All Stars 5, where she didn't get any wins, but certainly garnered lots of attention for her feud with India Farah. Do y'all remember the iconic lipstick voting booth clip where she drops in India's name and says, "You're a liar, and this is why Derek don't like you."
You're a liar, and this is why Derek don't like you.
Anyways, her look is fun. You'll see that a lot of these looks are tapping into this theme of 80s WWE type stuff. And Alexis's look is a great example of that. She's got the pink and green fluorescent neon colors, lots of fringe, and then hair that's kind of styled to appear like a teased mullet at the top, but also not a teased mullet because she has that front hair coming back in the pony. But I get what she's doing here, and while this isn't my favorite look in the world, I think it's serviceable for the theme and fun. So I'm gonna give it a safe. But guess what, Mimi? When I want to browse the internet safely and securely, I use Surfshark VPN, the sponsor of today's video. Surfshark VPN uses private encryption tunnels to keep your internet activities safe from sneaky snoopers on public Wi-Fi and even your internet service provider, who's always watching. That's right, with just one click, your data is encrypted and anonymous, which means you can tell those prying eyes, "Not today, Satan." Plus, Surfshark can help you access content locked behind geo restrictions on streaming platforms like like RuPaul's Drag Race, which, for example, isn't available to people in the US on this streaming platform. But with Surfshark VPN, I can connect to a virtual private network server in, let's say, Argentina, and get access to all of the content available in that country. Every single season of RuPaul's Drag Race, All Stars, and Untucked? Yes, God. But best of all, you can use Surfshark on all of your devices with unlimited device login. And there's no risk in just trying it out because Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. Plus, you know I've got your back with a summer Surfshark deal alert. Click the link in the description of my video to get Surfshark right now. And make sure to use code Bussy during checkout to get 4 additional months of Surfshark for free. Wow! Thanks Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Next up, it's Chezzy. It's Cheryl Hole. Chezzy.
And that's me, Chezzy.
And she hails from UK Season 2 and UK versus the World Season 1. Neither of which she brings any challenge wins from, but she says that's gonna be an advantage in this competition because the other queens are gonna underestimate her. So stay tuned on that, I suppose. Her look that she's serving is like a black catsuit with rhinestone flame detailing coming across the chest and down the body, and a cool black cape. And the hair is very big and 80s curly tees. I'll say the look is put together. I just think it's lacking any excitement or a bigger concept than here's a fun wrestling look. I could see this though being a decent like lip sync change look or something for a nightclub number on a stage, but as a promo look, I'm just a little bored, so I'm gonna give this a Next up, Eureka! You found it. Who is hailing to Canada's Drag Race vs. the World Season 2 from Season 9, Season 10, and All Stars 6. Another queen on her 4th lap around the block. Like, girl, where is Jujubee when you need her? Eureka is coming to this season with 3 challenge wins total. 2 from Season 10, where she has wins in the Bossy Rossi show and DragCon panel presentation, and where she also did make it to the finale, where unfortunately for her, the big girl did not win. And 1 win in All Stars 6 for the Charisma, Uniqueness, Nerve, and Talent monologues. And interestingly, now looking at her collection of wins, I noticed Eureka's strong suit is generally any type of challenge in which she has to talk and entertain live. And we've seen a lot of those types of challenges on longer seasons, but I do wonder on a shorter one like this, are they gonna have time for one of those talking, hosting skilled challenges? I don't know. But either way, we know Eureka is a great talking head, and she's probably gonna be bringing some drama into this competition, so that's what I'm most excited for. Her look is giving wrestling. It's giving wrestling. It's a wrestling unitard. And, you know, she's bringing back proportionizing with a very, very, very large set of punching bags sitting on her chest, and what I think is an attempt at one of those muscle suits, you know, like Milk did back on All Stars 3, that was so well done with all of the shading, detailing, and perfect placement of muscular anatomy. But Eureka's take on that feels a little lumpy and like not quite as refined looking. And the color palette she's giving with the wrestling uniform is kind of giving me red and yellow Ronald McDonald. And so in that sense, I'm not loving it. It's a wrap, I'm so sorry. And next up, the only crystallized glamazon ready for the runway, it is Kennedy Davenport, who is on this season taking her 3rd lap around the Drag Race block, having done Season 7, where she finished in 4th place and got 2 wins for the music video parody and Snatch Game, and All Stars 3, where she finished as runner-up with 1 win from The Bachelor. And y'all, she is a queen who I love so dearly. She is so funny, so entertaining, I think also so underrated, and such a good performer too. Like, she really can do it all. Kennedy is giving us probably the best look so far in this cast promo. It's been a little rough, y'all. But this look is fun. I love that overdramatic mohawk she's giving and those crazy bottom and top lashes that are so big they look like fans on her face. Like, you know, when a drag queen has on the top and bottom lashes, she is ready to bring the drama. But aside from the hair and makeup, the look is at least exciting. I like the overdramatic silhouette with the giant shoulder pads and waist moments. It's fun, it's cool. I'm gonna give this a safe high. And next up, we've got Drag Race France's pork chop La Kahena, who's a queen I'm totally unfamiliar with as I didn't watch Drag Race France. But she says her drag is all about being stupid, which I think is very much translated into this look. Like, she is very proud, I think, of the ridiculousness and unseriousness with which she approached this promo. From that hair that is giving something about Mary and those random spray painted dots in the back to the details of the costume just generally looking like unfinished. The stitching's kind of wonky, the fit is off. Like, there's a way, I think, to do dumb or stupid drag with a little more finesse, and I think that she missed that mark there and just kind of stayed in that arena of whatever this is. I don't like this look. It's a And next up, the self-titled androgynous Asian sensation, Fil, who hails from Drag Race UK Season 4, where she wasn't early out but did secure a win in the Girls Group Challenge. What would I remember her for? Those completely over-the-top ridiculous runways that I think perfectly blended that extreme camp and fashion reference tone of the runway. Like that pink camp look with the umbrella fascinator moment. She is an icon, she is the moment, she is a legend. This look though, this is just another okay promo look for me. I like the oversized shoulders with all the fringe hanging down, and I enjoy the belt she's got with the dragon detail on the buckle, but it feels a little like underfinished or under-conceptualized, like from Fil. I guess I just expected something a lot more exciting. Plus there's just so much like 80s neon wrestling nonsense in this promo cast that I feel I've seen this already and I'm bored. This look is a Next up, come through, it's Lemon, who is taking her third lap around the Drag Race block, having competed in Canada's Drag Race Season 1, where she got 2 wins in the overacting and pageant challenges, and RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the World Season 1, where she was first out in a very controversial elimination. But honestly, what elimination wasn't controversial in that season, from her to Jimbo and Pangina? My god. It was unfortunate for her she didn't find more success there after being so successful on Season 1 of Canada, but I think she has had a bit more success outside of the show, making some music and being a rapstress, as she says. Like on Bianca's track, Come Through, where her feature verse on there went pretty viral. This look from Lemon, easily the best so far in this promo. My god. Like, I feel like someone finally woke up and decided to take this promo seriously here. I love that face skinny and pigtails. I love the oversized zipper detailing on that collar, juxtaposed to the tiny pearlescent details on the hem. And I of course love the bold, bright yellow branded lemon color. She really killed this and gave me that I'm a wrestling character fantasy. Like, was that so hard? This looks great. And I'm gonna give it a. And next up, Drag Race, Beat Face, Small Waist, Wigs Lace, 4th place. It's Miss Fiercalicious, who comes to us from Canada's Drag Race Season 3, where she got 2 wins in the makeup commercial and ball challenges. And she is here now, as she says, to break the 4th place curse. And y'all, if there's a queen who is gonna make this season worth watching, it is Miss Fiercalicious. She is such great television. Like, the hype, memes, and buzz around Fiercalicious competing on Canada during and after this season was just so much fun to be a part of in places like Twitter. There was, of course, the stress going viral. The editors of the show taking any and every chance to make her look completely delusional and crazy, like with random cuts too fierce, like this one where Brooklyn Heights was saying, "Stay true, North strong," and what? And everyone yells fierce, and it cuts to Miss Fiercalicious like crying. And then there was that artist who I honestly don't know the name of, who released a music video in a look essentially carbon copied from one of the looks Fiercalicious had in one of the episodes that she created. Which, by the way, Fiercalicious called out, and the artist admitted that their team got a lot of artistic inspiration from her, but still failed to give her credit in the music video. But in addition to all of her tomfoolery and nonsense, her drag is also really great. And she is giving glow up in this promo shot. The makeup is so refined, and she was pretty back on her original season, but the way I think she has adjusted her eyebrow and changed her eye makeup a little bit looks so much more snatched. And the look is a really beautiful pink color with these big billowy sleeves that I think is supposed to be referencing the little details on that dress she went viral for. Plus, that bodice part makes her body look amazing, and she's got the number 4 on the chest, tapping into the iconic memory of her being 4th place in the season. She is so smart for this promo, and it's totally hot. And last but not least, tapping into the ring is Tynomi Banks, who comes to us from Canada's Drag Race Season 1, where she doesn't have any wins on her resume, but I will note she was a bit of a lip sync assassin on this season, landing herself in the bottom 2 3 times in a row before she was finally eliminated. And of all the queens in this cast, I think she's got the biggest opportunity to demonstrate glow up and show us how she has been perfecting her drag in the many years since that original season. Because with a lot of these queens, aside from like Kennedy, we just saw them maybe 1, 2, or 3 years ago on a season, but Tynomi, it's been 4. And her look is really incredible. I think she did a great job of tapping into this wrestling brief, and she did the muscle suit so right. I love all of the rhinestoning and shading from that rhinestoning that is achieved with this look. It's so finessed, the proportionizing is right. So I'm gonna give this look a. But now let's address the elephant in the room. These promo looks are, by and large, they're not that great. And I would say maybe the theme was super limiting, or that maybe producers had an overly heavy hand in deciding what the queens could wear for these shoots. But I am mostly referring to the non-Canada girls when I say this, because the 3 Canada girls absolutely killed it. Their looks are leagues above the rest of the girls. And when you compare these 3 Canada looks to the other 6 girls' looks, it's like, were they given different briefs? Were they given more time? Or did the other girls just not care? The other really crazy thing about this cast is there is an extreme lack of geographic diversity on a season that is labeled versus the world. We got 3 queens from the US, 3 from Canada, 2 from UK, and 1 from France. But I will say I think it also probably just feels like a small geographic representation when compared with UK versus the world seasons 1 and 2, which had 5 and 7 different countries represented respectively. Because actually, Canada's Drag Race versus the World season 1 also only had 4 different countries represented. So maybe that is more so a limitation of how they can cast people from different countries in Canada. I'm not sure. Or there could simply be limited geographic representation in this season because there are just too many types of all-star seasons now. Because like, especially if you're an international queen, there are many types of phone calls you could be waiting for if you're wanting to go on Drag Race again. There's the main US Drag Race seasons versus the world, individual country all-stars seasons like España just got, and the new International All-Stars series that's gonna be on Paramount Plus. So like, if you're getting a call to be on Canada's Drag Race versus the world, but a call to be on US All-Stars or the new international one could be the next call coming in, then you're gonna wanna wait for that next call because those other shows have larger audiences. And I'm not just talking out of my ass like I usually am. We do have queens like Yvie Peru who have gone on record in one of the recent Give It To Me Straights with Maddie Morphosis saying that she chose not to go on Canada's Drag Race versus the World season 1 because RuPaul wasn't there. And you know, her being at the caliber she's at and being a winner of Drag Race, it wouldn't have made sense for her to be there anyways. And so with all these different seasons happening all around the world where basically anybody could be cast anywhere, we're ending up in this situation where we're seeing queens come back for their 3rd and 4th times, competing against queens who have only been on 1 season or were literally the first outs of their own seasons in their countries. And like, how is that a fair competition? And look, I'm not saying it's a bad thing that we're seeing queens get opportunities to come back to Drag Race 3, 4, 5 times. I think it's always a good thing when beloved personalities can reappear and entertain on our screens and reach a larger audience. It just begs the question though, at what point is enough enough? And how much time should be elapsing between reappearances on various seasons? Because in the past, reappearing on an All-Stars season meant that queen had something to show, something to prove. There's an arguable glow-up time that has transpired. But now, girl, they're walking right off of the main stage onto the versus the world stage. Like literally probably just opening a door into the studio next door. I mean, come on, it's crazy. But of course, as the Drag Race loving fans you are, I'd love to know what y'all's opinions are. Specifically on the questions, are there just too many seasons of Drag Race now? And are we seeing the same queens too frequently? But finally, for hottest hots, I'm gonna give mine to, you guessed it, Miss Fiercalicious. And I also asked my patrons to vote on their hottest hots, and they've chosen Lemon. And don't forget, you can help support the channel by joining my Patreon at patreon.com/BussyQueen. My Patreon family gets access to exclusive member benefits, like extra videos every single week where I react to episodes and cast promos that I review in my main YouTube channel videos, and access to hottest hot polls where you can share your opinion with the world. Seriously, that would mean a lot and really help the channel. So click the link below to join my Patreon today. And I want to give an extra special thanks to Surfshark, the sponsor of today's video. I've trusted Surfshark to help me connect to the internet safely and securely for several years now. And now's a better time than ever for you to get Surfshark, because when you click my link and use code Bussy at checkout, you'll get 4 additional months of Surfshark for free. And finally, I want to give an extra special shout out to Ashley Burngard, Felicia, Laura, Matthew Burns, Nicole Minst, Topher, and Will and Tana, who are all supporting me at my Bussy Queen Collector tier at patreon.com/BussyQueen. See you later. Love ya. Bye.